Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we're going to take a look at the Outlander Oracle, a 54 card deck and guidebook from the world of Deanna Gabaldon. I think that's how you say her name, illustrated by Karina Giada. This is new from from Random House Worlds. So, yeah, Penguin Random House. And I'm very excited. I love Outlander. I've watched all of the seasons, and I'm excited to watch the final season and also to watch this new version of the show that is coming soon. I'm excited. So let's take a look and see what we have here. Okay, so this is another deck that I was able to pick up from Amazon using the Amazon gift card that Amazon sends me. Sorry, I'm trying to get this sticker off of here. That's the box. It is linen. It has this gold, and it did not come with anything on it. It just had those dots, and that was it. There was no plastic on the outside or anything when it arrived. So I am an Amazon affiliate, and I always put Amazon affiliate links down below for mass market decks. When you guys actually use those links, and you have to, there's a certain way you have to use them, right? And if you use them, then I get credit. Okay, so it's only like a couple cents per deck or book that I get, but it adds up eventually, and I'm able to buy it. I always use that money to bring something on the channel that's just a little bit different, a little bit off the beaten path. And I have done the Hirschfeld Broadway Tarot in the past. I did the Banned Books Tarot at one point. Last month or the month before, I purchased a couple of other decks. They were playing card decks. I showed those on the channel. And so this time I'm going to do a couple of oracles. So I got a new gift card and I've picked this up and one other deck. So the next one coming as well will be one from the Amazon haul. And the Outlander Oracle was on my wish list. This is not necessarily that much off the beaten path, but it was definitely on my wish list. I was very excited to have it. And I thought you guys might also like to see it. So I did poll a couple of my friends to see which ones they wanted to see. And there were two that came out on top. So I ended up getting both of them. The gift card was paid for most of it. I did have to put some of my own money, but it was fine. I wanted to get them both, so I got them both. So the next video coming out will be that one. So this is the Outlander Oracle, and here's the little guidebook. And let's see. Here we go. So it says this 54 card deck is based on the popular Outlander books, the phenomenally best-selling novel series with spin-off stories, a television adaptation, and an audience that spans genres, age groups, and interests. The Outlander story follows Claire Beauchamp Randall, a married English World War II nurse who steps through a circle of standing stones and is transported to 1743. There, she meets up with a group of Highlanders and falls in love with the brash hero Jamie Fraser. After many triumphs, tragedies, and a prolonged separation, Jamie and Claire are reunited for further adventures, including travel to America, where they become embroiled in the Revolutionary War and fight to establish and protect their family in the settlement of Fraser's Ridge. This deck draws on Outlander's universal themes of love, loss, fate, adventure, conflict, and time to invite fans to access and nourish their true selves and destiny. So then it talks about how it's broken up. So it says 28 cards pull from Outlander's casts of heroes and villains to portray archetypal portraits such like Artificer, Seer, and Seductress. 26 cards explore universal attributes that delve into timeless dynamics and tarot themes such as sacrifice, healing, and transformation. When used together, the portrait and attribute cards help us meditate on where we have been, discover insight or knowledge to address questions of the day, and intuit a path forward. Okay, so then it talks about how to read the cards, gives a couple of examples of daily reading layouts. So if you pull and it gives examples of how to read it. So for example, if you pulled the caregiver, here's a sample interpretation. If you pulled for foolishness, here's a sample interpretation. 3-card layout. As you begin, and it talks about doing readings for yourself, others, discussing interpretations with a friend, carry the part, ways to just engage with the cards. And then here are some meanings for the cards. So it looks like you've got the title and this is who we're looking at. So Colin McKenzie. There's three keywords: reckoning. So if we're looking at this one here, so it's arbiter. It says column Mackenzie. And then we've got reckoning, justice, and accountability. And then it says a shrewd authority, layered column Mackenzie makes swift, definitive judgments. His words, his word is harsh but final, and that's very true about Column. Now I can't see Column's face here, but that is very true. So I would definitely call him an arbiter. Let me zoom in and we'll go through and I'll tell you who everybody is. We'll keep this out just in case I can't tell because some of them it doesn't look like they have faces. So here's the first one, arbiter. That's Colin Mackenzie, and here are the backs, just so you can see them up close. They don't look reversible, but they look, these look gilded, but they're not. Just so you know, they look shiny because of the plasticky coating, the linen card stock, but they're not gilded. So there's arbiter. Brianna McKenzie is the artificer. Invention and innovation and skill is her keywords. Caregiver is Jenny Fraser Murray. Defender is Myrta. Okay. So far, I'm loving the choices here. Disciple is Malva Christie. Yes. False Messiah is Bonnie Prince Charlie. Yes. And then the friend is Lord John Gray. Hanged Man is Roger Mackenzie. Oh, that was a hard episode, wasn't it? But beautifully shot. Beautifully shot. If you know, you know. If you've seen it, oh my goodness, the cinematography in that one. Okay, so the hero is Jamie Fraser. The lovers are, of course, Jamie and Claire. Beautifully drawn here. Manipulator is Governor William Triton. The mentor is Reverend Wakefield. Misogynist is Tom Christie. Tyranny, oppression, intolerance. Yeah, I had to think about who Tom Christie was. That's Malva's father. Yes, I would definitely. Yeah, definitely. And I think it's interesting to have a card like that in your deck, especially if you're doing love readings. Some of these could be interesting for those shadowy sides if you're trying to get a feel for, what a person's mindset is, and that kind of stuff. There are some really hard words in here: misogynist, narcissist here. Okay, so the narcissist is Leary Mackenzie. We know that she is absolutely a narcissist. Outcast, we have Yinten Cho. We loved him. He was an outcast from his country and found himself in Scotland. And Jamie kind of helped him along, gave him some assistance because he was also feeling an outcast in Scotland as well. So, Rebel, Jamie Fraser again. Ruler is King Louis. The sadist is, of course, Black Jack Randall. All right, so then the sage is Claire, of course. Seductress is, what is her name? Gayless. Perfect. So my first impression here is it's beautiful and the choices are great. I do wish that they'd put some keywords on the cards because that's just for me. I don't necessarily love to work with decks with just archetype titles, but some people love that, prefer less words, right? And so that's just my own thoughts. But some of the archetypes work well and the pictures are gorgeous. Here we have the spy, Frank Randall. And we have the traitor, the Duke of Sandringham. Trickster is Stephen Bonnet. When I think Stephen Bonnet, I think much more than a trickster. He was a horrible, horrible man. But also, I feel like there are some also very dark other cards in here. So maybe something a little lighter. It's not light in any way because it still has Stephen Bonnet on here. So we have twins, Josiah and Keziah Beardsley. Wanderer is young Ian Murray. A warrior is Dougal Mackenzie. And then youth is Jem and Mandy Mackenzie, or Jem and Mandy Mackenzie. Okay, so those are all of the archetype cards. So when we get to these cards here, they do still give in the book what's happening. So the Abyss is Jamie after the Battle of Culloden. commitment is Roger commits to Brianna and their baby. So it does give like a little bit of a situation there. So Abyss again, Jamie after the Battle of Culloden, Roger commits to Brianna and their baby. Conflict is Jamie and Dougal fight. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but we have creation, decision, disagreement, and the pictures are perfect. They work exactly with the keywords, and even when I was going through the other cards, they worked wonderfully as well. Helplessness. When I first saw this, I thought it was the hand fasting when I was just looking at the picture, but then I saw the keyword. I'm like, no, this must be at some point where they were tied up. They're always tied up somewhere. So, so this is home, Lollybrook, impulsiveness, industry, ingenuity, journey, judgment, knowledge, marriage. I'm starting to notice that the cards have different color backgrounds. I've seen like indigo, this one is green, some navy blue, patience. This is probably her husband waiting for her at these rocks to get back. Risk, but he went to rescue her. Sacrifice, satisfaction. The artwork is stunning, and I can see the story in the cards, even though it's very minimal. Um, I like these ship portholes that they've done for some of these stories, so you can kind of feel which book it goes with. Spirituality, and I have like there's stars in the background of this, and this one is water in the background. It's hard to see that with my own eyes, but in the camera, I can see it really well. The tower, transformation, wealth, and that's the last one. Here are the bags. Since I have them separated here, we're going to keep them separated. Let's just check the sizes. This is a normal size oracle card. Okay, so they're standard oracle size, and this is a tarot. And the cardstock, like I said, is like a plasticky linen. So these are nice and bendy, and they feel kind of plasticky, rubbery, kind of bouncy. So I think they're gonna shuffle great, to be honest. Yeah, these are great, nice and bendy. Ooh, they make a nice sound too, like a swishing. Ooh, that's nice. I like the sound they make. Yeah, these shuffle great. No problems shuffling them at all. Nice fan. Wonderful, wonderful cards. They're nice and tough too. So if you're hard on your cards, let's read for Trader. Cards are also in alphabetical order, so it's easy to find things. And Trader, this is the Duke of Sandringham, and it says betrayal, suspicion, duplicity. The Duke of Sandringham plays both sides, leaving it wholly unclear whom he truly supports. Even his niece falls victim to his scheming. Okay, so that's all it gives us. I don't know. Some of these are pretty clear. Like, I don't necessarily need a keyword for a lot of them. I said I wish I had keywords, but now I'm thinking I kind of know what a trader is. I know what a trickster is. I know what a seductress is. So these are pretty clear. I still like keywords though. I just like to have my keywords. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle both sides of these. And just, I want to give a quick reading here just to see what it would be like for a daily reading, because they feel a little heavy to me. So, and I mean, the show is heavy. If you've seen the show, at one point I was like, I'm not watching any more of this. If one more person gets essayed, I'm through, right? And then it didn't happen. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna keep watching it. So we have a caregiver and sacrifice. And those go together very nicely. Okay, so here it is if you'd like to read it for yourself. They are in alphabetical order per section, so easy to find the cards. So, caregiver, Jenny Fraser Murray, family, nurturing, loyalty. For the parent, patience and self control are infinite virtues. Jenny Fraser Murray always has a handkerchief and a comforting hand, though she's also a mother bear defending her family. And then for sacrifice, where is it? down there. So it says Oldie and Murray. Oh, look, Jenny and Ian, they're married. Martyr offering dedication. So we've got the caregiver and the martyr. So the keywords here are martyr offering dedication. An impulsive hero, Ian Murray is quite fearless and tenacious, though this has resulted in a terrible injury. The wounded soldier was a man of great courage, now left to remember past glories. This could be a call to remember what is important in the face of sacrifice, right? We're sacrificing certain things, but what's left behind is why did we sacrifice that? Why are we doing it? What are we sacrificing for? Is it because there is something that we want to care for? Is there someone that is important to us? And is that sacrifice going to mean that that person gets what they need? This could also be a call to, check yourself as a caregiver and make sure you're not sacrificing too much. Ian lost his leg. He can never walk properly again. He's constantly in pain. So, these are things, check in kind of things. And if I wanted to pull a tarot card with that, I wonder which deck I could use. Let me think. So let's try this one. This is the Peculiar Pathways Tarot, and I think it would be a nice matchup with this. So let's try it and see. I'm just gonna put a few cards in the middle here. Yeah, I think those look nice. Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah, that's right, because we were reading from the thingy. Let me flip them. Hang on. Okay, let's pull that one out. So we've got the Four of Coins with the Trickster. This is Stephen Bonnet. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I want him in my deck. I might take him out. Solitude. I don't like him at all. The Five of Cups, the Seductress, and Spirituality. I'm just trying to think about how I would read with these. Defender, Marriage, and the Three of Wands. I definitely like this tarot deck as an option. So for me, I would likely do it like this. So I would probably do two cards. Let me just zoom out. Yeah, and then I would put three tarot cards down here. So that's kind of how mine would look in if I was doing a reading. And I think this looks good. I like these together. There's an antique feel to both decks. So they work for me. Let's see. What else could we do with this? So that works. Now, if I wanted to mix them up and use them together, which I likely will not, but we'll see how that goes. I have to see. Oh, did I? Hang on. I think I. So let's look at it like this. See, this word makes me want to shut down. When I see this word, I don't even want to move on to any more cards. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at anything else. Let's see what it says in the guidebook for it. Okay, so the keywords here are not that bad. That we have danger, dishonesty, and aggression. I can work with those. But that's why I think it would be easier for me if there were keywords on them, you know? Let me see. Risk with the Queen of Wands and the Four of Coins. All right, let's try another deck. Let's try it with the Baroque Tarot. I have a couple of fine art decks here we're going to try them with. I feel like that there's something that I have that I'm not remembering, but I think this one should be a good match. So let's see. So we've got the King of Cups, the Seven of Cups with Satisfaction, Defender with the Ace of Swords and the King of Coins, lots of swords, Eight of Swords and the Knight of Cups with Friend. Aesthetically, I think that they look fine, and I'm sure that they could work together in the way that I would want to read them, where I did the 1-1 and then 3. So this could be an option as well. I wonder if the Venice, I have a tarot, what is it called? The Venetian tarot. I wonder how that would do with this. So that is the, that's this one. What is this called? The Baroque tarot. I have a couple more I want to try. Let's try Lacrimosa. I'm not sure about this, but we'll see. This might be a little too like dark on dark. You know what I mean? As far as like the vibe of the deck, because the Lacrimosa does tend to lean a little shadowy for me. And I'm trying to, I don't want to lighten the deck, but I don't want to make it darker either. You know what I mean? I want to find a way to balance it. All right. So we have transformation with the Six of Swords and the Nine of Hearts, Nine of Cups. Okay. Three of Swords with the Trickster and the World. Ingenuity with the Five of Cups and the Two of Cups. I like this. I like the colors. The borders work for me. Hero with the Moon and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I like this. This is working for me. It's still a little dark though. But I don't think that that's the fault of the tarot. I think that the deck, this Oracle deck, just leans a little dark. Commitment with the Six of Wands and the Nine of Swords. And one more. Seer with the Empress and the Queen of Wands. I like that one too. I like that one, I think, better than the Baroque. Okay, I have the Magical Hours Tarot here, and I'm just playing with it because I find the Magical Hours Tarot to be a very, very, very good reader. It's very chatty, it's interesting, and it wants to give information. It wants to talk to me. So I thought hopefully it could help me find the voice of this oracle. So I wanted to just play with it together. So let's do that. Let's see what kind of voice we get from this. So we have Solitude, which would make me think Hermit. And then we have the Three of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Could be, so what it's looking like to me is like if the main idea is if we need to take a step back and go within, perhaps there's some sort of group project or something that we're working on with other people. There's outside influences that are causing us to feel unnecessarily, perhaps, defensive. And maybe it doesn't have anything to do with them, they're just trying to help. Maybe it's more to do with us, and we need to look within to see if we can figure out what that is. So we have the Knight of Cups with the Seven of Swords and spirituality. The message that I see here, the message I'm seeing here is making me think something like, so what, you think that love is just going to drop out of the sky? You know what I mean? Like, you have to work at it. You know, you can't let something that seems too good to be true fool you. Um, you know, it doesn't just fall out of the sky. You have to work at it, you know. So here we have the Nine of Wands, and she, you know, I don't know, she does look quite stripped bare. And then we have the Hierophant and Industry. I'm thinking this is about diligence, and well, let's just look it up. Let's look it up. But I'm seeing the little bees here and this wheel, like it's about work and diligence and like, let me see. It says focus, vision, diligence. Yeah. Jenny Fraser Murray exemplifies everything expected from a lady estate holder: practicality, perseverance, good management, education. Okay. It could be that you're having a hard time with your business and you're looking to seek help, and the cards are suggesting that you make sure that you're doing your due diligence to make sure that you're finding someone who actually knows what they're doing, rather than just, you know, doing some online lesson or something like that that you don't know. the world with the magician and outcast. Interesting. And it's interesting that we have the outcast card here with the world because this outcast card is someone who is a man of the world. He has been all over different continents, lived on different places, traveled the seas, and yet still people don't accept him. But he knows himself very well, and he doesn't need anyone to tell him who he is. And he has everything that he needs within himself to be able to really, really, and I feel like that is kind of a part of the magician, you know, to be able to know yourself very well and know exactly what it is that you can do and what you provide and what you can offer people, and then to do that without needing anyone to justify it, because as an outcast you may not have that. You have to find your peace within. Manipulator with the moon and the ace of cups. Now when I see manipulator with the moon, that's making me think about the tides and the cycles and the way that the moon can adjust, can make people's attitudes adjust and things like that. So I might say something like, every blessing's not meant for you. Some blessings are come in waves, come and go. Everything's not going to last forever kind of situation. So that's the thing that I'm thinking, because I'm thinking about manipulating the moon, how the moon manipulates people, you know. So that's what I don't know. There is something about this tarot deck, the Magical Hours Tarot, that really, really brings out the best in everything I put it with. So, and it doesn't look bad either. So I like this one. And so far, this is my favorite. So that is the Magical Hours Tarot with it. And just keeping it soft and artsy, let's go with the Heaven and Earth Tarot here. Let's see how that looks. I think it's going to be fine, but like the Magical Hours, I think so far was my favorite. So we have Ten of Swords with creation and the moon. Oh, there's the moon back again. And this time it's with creation. Interesting. So instead of manipulating the emotions like it was before, now it is helping you um, see the beauty in uncertainty and in the new, in what's happening beyond what you've just been through. So I like that as well. We have marriage with the world and the Three of Swords. Wow. So here's the hand fasting that I thought the other one was. What was the other one? It was like captive or something. Okay, so we have marriage with the world and the Three of Swords, and this one is labeled sorrow here. Oh, so sad. So this is making me think about divorce and the end of a commitment, the end of something that is just not working, and what is causing that end. What are the things that are picking at your brain that are making you think that you want to end, that commitment, or sever that bond with someone. The Princess of Swords and the Nine of Coins and disagreement. Okay, I actually don't mind this either. This deck is very, I don't know, I mean, I feel like it goes with a lot of more stuff than I thought it would. So I don't mind this either. This is nice too. My favorite was the Magical Hours, but you'll have to let me know what your favorite pairing was, or if you picked up the stack, how are you using it? I would love to know in the comments below. So my first impressions are, it's a little heavy, guys. It's a little heavy. I don't know why I'm surprised by that, because the show, like I said, is heavy. I haven't read the books. I think I might have read half of one book and then was like, I'll just watch the shows, because I had already started watching the shows when I picked up the book. but even the show is heavy. So I don't know why I would think that this Oracle deck would be any different. Maybe because it's an Oracle and most Oracles aren't this heavy. But if you're looking for a heavier Oracle, if you're looking for something with a little bit more grit, then this is definitely an option for you. And I think it's beautifully illustrated. And I was surprised to see that it goes with quite a couple of tarot decks in my collection, which I didn't think that that was going to be a thing. I thought I was just going to be pairing it up with whatever, that nothing, it wasn't going to go with anything. So there's that as well. Now, I don't know how I will use this in the end. I'm wondering if maybe I'm going to start by trying daily pulls because that's what it said in the guidebook. So I'll start there and we'll see how it goes, but I'm not really sure, to be honest. But I do love the artwork, and I don't think that I can't use it. At first, I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to use this at all. But after sitting here and playing with it, I've been sitting here for about an hour. You guys won't see all of that because I'll cut a lot of it out. But I've just been kind of looking through it, playing with it, contemplating. And after doing that, I think I can work with this. I'm just not exactly sure how or in what occasion. Um, I don't know that I would want to use this to do readings for other people just because it's a lot. It's heavy, and I don't know that I would want to put that on someone else. But some people don't mind that. They want that heavier representation in their cards. So this might be right up your alley. You might have been looking for something heavier. Um, for me, I don't know what I'll do with this. I think I'll probably use it for myself, and it might get relegated to shadow work deck, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But those are my first impressions and my initial thoughts with the Outlander Oracle. I'm very excited to have it though, because I love Outlander and I'm a collector of pop culture decks. So I will definitely be keeping this. So now I'm going to throw it to you. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the deck. If you've picked it up, I definitely want to hear from you and how you're using it, how it's working for you. If you haven't picked it up, I'd like to hear your thoughts based on what you saw here today. If you want to pick up one for yourself, I'll definitely be putting that Amazon affiliate link down below if you're going to purchase from Amazon. I do appreciate it when you guys use those links. It allows me to make videos like these. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle, and I'd love to have you. And until I see you next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.